In Chinese history, there is no more expensive story about trust. We have all heard the fable of the boy who cried wolf. But in 771 BC, this fable played out in the real world. A king, to make a beauty smile, lit the warning beacon fires and tricked the feudal lords. When the wolf finally came, no one came to save him. This story is the beacon fires tricking the feudal lords. It marked the end of the Western Zhou. But history is often more complex than legends. Behind the fall of the Western Zhou was not just a beauty smile, but a massive storm of power, succession rights, and geopolitics. Today, we will clear away the mist of legend and explore the turning point that shifted Chinese civilization from unity to division. The story begins with King Yu's grandfather, King Zhou. He was a tyrant who not only monopolized forests and rivers, but also spied on his people, forbidding them to speak. Finally, the Goran commoners of the capital, unable to bear it any longer, launched a riot and drove King Li away. This was the first recorded popular uprising in Chinese history. After King Li fled, the state could not be without a ruler. So, two ministers, the Duke of Zhou and the Duke of Shao, ruled together. This is known as the Gong Regency. This year was 841 BC. Why is this date so important? Because from this year forward, Chinese history has exact, continuous records. History before this is somewhat legendary. History after this is clear and precise. After 14 years of the Gong Regency, King Shuan of Zhou ascended the throne. He governed with dedication and once restored the prestige of the royal house. Known as the rejuvenation of King Shuan, he campaigned against the surrounding Rong and the tribes, seemingly bringing the Western Zhou back to its peak. But this was just the last glimmer of a dying flame. In his later years, King Shuan suffered a crushing defeat against the Zhang Rong at the Battle of Tianli, losing the entire army at the south. This defeat exposed the hollowness of Western Zhou military power. To replenish his forces, King Shuan even broke tradition by counting the people in Taiyuan, which intensified conflicts with the nobility. The ship of the Western Zhou was already full of hopes, waiting for the final straw. After King Yu ascended the throne, he met the peerless beauty Basi. To make her smile, the incompetent king took a treacherous minister's advice and lit the beacon fires on Leshan Mountain. The feudal lords, thinking the king was in danger, hurriedly brought their troops, only to find it was the fires. Basi, seeing the army's trick, indeed laughed. King Yu lit the fires many times, eventually losing the trust of the lords. But historians tell us this is just a legend. The beacon fire system might not have been perfected in the Han Dynasty. The true reason for the fall of the Western Zhou was the collapse of the patriarchal system. King Yu deposed Queen Shen and crowned Prince Yizhu, replacing them with Basi and her son, Beaufort. This thoroughly enraged Yizhu's grandfather Marquis Shen. This was the true fatal blow. In 771 BC, Marquis Shen, allied with the state of Zhang and the nomadic Kuan Rong from the west, launched a massive attack on the Zhou capital, Haojing. This time, even though King Yu lit the beacon fires, the lords did not come. Haojing fell, King Yu was killed at the foot of Leshan Mountain, and Baoxi was captured. The magnificent Western Zhou capital was reduced to ruins. After the chaos, the lords supported the deposed crown Prince Yizhu as king, known as Kingpin of Zhou, to avoid the threat of the Kuan Rong. In 770 BC, Kingpin, escorted by the lords of Zhang, Qin, and Jin, moved the capital east to Luwei, modern Luoyang. This move not only shifted the capital, but also shifted away the authority of the Son of Heaven. The Western Zhou ended, and the Eastern Zhou began. As Kingpin struggled to establish himself in the east, the Western world was also undergoing massive changes. On the Italian peninsula, the Romans had just overthrown their king and established a republic. The east lost its sovereign, and lords began to fight for hegemony. The west lost its monarchy, and the republican spirit began to sprout. Two great civilizations were exploring the reconstruction of order on different paths. The eastward move of Kingpin marked the end of the era where rituals and warfare came from the Son of Heaven. From now on, the Zhou kings became puppets, the lords rose, and the world fell into chaos. But these chaotic 500 years were also the freest and most brilliant 500 years of Chinese thought. Welcome to the spring and autumn and Warrenstadt's periods.